Okay, so we're live, working on homework 5.
Okay, hi Christian, this is Robert. So we've just done all the setup. We've done all this stuff here in introduction and setup. And it says to check it's all working, we should run rspec, which says there's no tests, which is fine. And we should run cucumber, which will also tell us there's nothing to do, I hope. I have to think a bit longer, but okay, right. So part 1 says add a director field to movies. Now, do you want to do this or shall I?
You take the first drive.
Okay, so the director field should be a string containing the name of the movie's director. Hence, use the add column method of active record migration. Okay, so I have to do something special, don't I, to generate a database migration? Is it a Rails? Is it a Rails thing? Do I do Rails generate DB migration or something like that?
Yes, with the name of the migration, I expect.
So, generate migration, perhaps something like that.
I don't remember. I should Google that.
Yeah. Do you want to see if you can find what I have to do?
Yes. Let me check. It's Rails generate migration with the name.
Okay, so I have to say, I've got to say Rails generate the migration, and then I've got to give it, and then so I'll say, I'll call it add director, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so it's made me, it says it's created a new file for me in db migrate, blah, blah, blah. So here we are, db migrate. It must be this one here. So,
yes.
And I have to put in something here like, for example, add column. So I want to add a column to the movies table, and I'm going to call the column director, and it's going to be a string. Does that seem right?
Oh, perfect.
Okay. And now I have to, I guess I've got to do something to run that migration. Or maybe I just do I just do a rate command or something, do you think, to run the migration?
Yes, rate db migrate.
Okay, so let's try that.
Yeah, I think you have to do rate db migrate version equals the numbers, the date.
No, I think it's actually done it. It says it's added the column, so that's looking good. Maybe it runs all the migrations it can find if you don't specify.
Okay, so it's working.
Just anyway, it seems to have done something. Okay, so hopefully we've got that bit right. Though we've only done it in the test environment, so you know, if we run the application, it's not going to be there. Okay, so we've done this bit. Creating copy migration, it should be this. Remember to add director to the list of movie attributes in the def movie params method in movies controller. Okay, so movies controller is in controllers, movies. I don't think we're going to need that anymore. So we need to put director in here.
Correct.
Okay. And oh, and it says I've also got to do, okay, maybe I've got to do this, it says.
Okay.
So not quite sure what that does.
Me neither.
This is preparing the test database, but if I only did the, yeah, it didn't do anything. Maybe I need to do, maybe I need to do this one, but without, perhaps I just do that first. Because there's like 3 databases, aren't there? There's like the production one, the test one. Yeah, okay. So I think it might have done that in the production one. And now if we do this one, it might move it across into the test one, maybe. Oh, well, okay. Anyway, it's done something. Right, so we've done part 1. So then it says for part 2, they provided us with 3 cucumber scenarios which we have to use. So let's get hold of the 3 cucumber scenarios.
Yes.
So here they all are. I'm going to copy those, and I'm going to go back into here, and the cucumber scenarios. Well, we need to create a new file in here, I think, don't we?
I'm not sure if that goes inside a folder named controllers. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think we have to call it. Is it director? Is it just? Does it have to be? Is it dot feature or something like that? Or I'm not sure what we have to call it. Anyway,
Something like search by director.feature.
oh, it's okay. So it's something dot feature. Yeah. Okay. So we'll say director dot feature. Okay. So we've put those in, and now hopefully if we run Cucumber, it will try and run those. That. Okay, that's looking hopeful.
Yes, perfect.
So right. So we've got some undefined steps. So it says, given the following movies exist, undefined steps the following movies exist. Okay, so we need to put in we need to create a new file here for our movie steps.
That's correct.
And then now the code for this one, given the following movies exist, that was from the last homework, wasn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's very tempting to find. Well, I'm going to see if I can find the one I had earlier for this. So don't know if you can still see my screen. That's it there. That's the code from the previous one. So given the following movies exist, can you see what I have on the screen?
On which file you're working on? Features?
The movie steps, but maybe you can't see it. Because I flipped screen. If I come back here, perhaps if I paste it in here, it'll be more obvious. Okay. So this is given the following movies exist, do, and then it gets past the table, and it says for each hash in that table, create a movie database thing there. So okay.
I'm on your cloud now. I can see the file you're working on.
So I'm working on a file called moviesteps.rb, which is in features step definitions.
But since I can't look at the features folder.
Because it says given.
I don't know why. Like if I can see the new things you add to your Cloud9.
Can you see the new file moviesteps.rb?
No, I can't see. It doesn't show your folders, features, neither spec.
Oh, that's odd. What can you see on the screen? You should be able to see it all on the screen.
If I am on Hangouts, I can see everything. But if I want to work as a driver, I am on your Cloud9 account. But it's all dated. There's nothing new.
Which
I don't. You have to share it again or something.
No, well, according to this, you can see it. K79. Or should it be? Did you get an email? Is it K79@gmail.com?
Yes.
I
Let's try this. I'm going to close this, and you send me a new invitation.
Okay, hang on. I don't know what happened there. Oh yeah, no, you're already there. You're already in there, so you should be able to access it.
But Cloud9 seems to have problems with the sharing.
So according to this, okay, so what I can do is I can take you out completely.
Yes.
So now you can't remove member. Okay, so I've taken you out completely, and I'm going to put you back in again.
Okay, send me a new invitation.
I've granted you access. Okay, so what do you see when you come onto my Cloud9?
Wait a second. Where's my inbox? Okay, I got it. I'm going to open it. I'm opening it. It's so weird. I cannot see the folders, features, or spec. Just the initial ones.
So can you see the workspace navigation thing down the left-hand side?
Yes.
Okay, and can you see? So if you open up features, can you see director.feature, or can you just see?
The thing is, I cannot see the folder features. Let's try this. I'm going to open app. Let's say controllers. Let's open movies controller.
Yeah.
I'm going to type something to see if you can see what I changed. I just added a comment.
Okay, I can't see this. I can't. Where did you add the comment? At the top of it?
In the top of it, in the dev movie params.
No, it's not. It's not working at all. Now.
Let's move on with you as a driver.
Okay. This is quite strange. Okay, well, maybe what we'll have to do is we can switch screens. So when I've got to a certain point, we can switch to your Cloud9 and you can do something in your Cloud9 to show me, and then we'll switch back to my Cloud9. Perhaps that's the only way we can do this.
Yes.
Or perhaps you can tell me, perhaps what we can do is you can tell me what to type and I will type it for you if you can't type it yourself. That would be another way to do it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so are we ready to switch over, do you think? Or let me just run Cucumber and we'll see where we are.
Okay.
How long have we been running for? Has it been about 10 minutes?
It says in my time zone at 11:26 we should switch.
11:26, so a couple of minutes. Okay. Okay, so here we go. So given the following, okay, when I go to the edit page for Alien, so it says it doesn't know how to find the edit page for Alien. So that's because we need to define a path for that.
That's correct.
Yeah, so we say, let's just take this and so, we want the edit page for, and then we want quotes. And we need a regular expression here, don't we? So it's something like, oh yeah, we need a bracket, anything that's not a quote, star, and then a bracket, and then a quote. Yeah?
Yes, so the way I did it was just that.
Okay, so when the edit page for alien, and then this should go to okay, I can never remember these, so we do rake roots and find out what that says. Okay, so it's edit movie. Yeah. So the place we have to go to is edit movie path $1. Yeah.
Yes, perfect.
Okay. So that deals with, given that I'm on the details page, can't find the mapping. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And it's undefined step. The director of Alien should be that. Okay. So okay. Well, I'm not going to worry about that. Let's just fix this, and then I'll hand over to you, and you can fix the next bit. Okay, so can we get this thing to? Oh no, that hasn't. I know what I've done. It's. I have to do. It says couldn't find movie with ID equals alien, and it should. Should it be something like movie?
We need to pass the ID. So we use the model to find the ID?
Yeah, so it should be movie.find by title $1. Is that better, do you think?
With dot ID or something?
Well, that will give me the ID. The problem is I'm passing in the title, the edit page for Alien. So I need to take Alien, and then I have to say what is the movie whose title is Alien.
But that would be the whole object.
Yes, that's true. So should it be .id?
Yes, something like that.
Okay, let's try that. No, it's still not right. What am I doing wrong? Okay, yeah, okay. So when I go to the edit page for Alien, right, yeah. So I got that bit right. Given I'm on the details page, so the details page is a different one. So the details page is I'll put that one in as well. That will help. The details page, and the details page is going to be, I think that's just movie, isn't it? Movie path. So that would be movie path.
Yes, that would be the show template.
And then there's another thing which it says. So that should fix the details page thing. I've added a mapping for that. But we need to fill in we need to do something for the. Oh, okay. We need director in the view, don't we? I think I fill in director. So the view is on the edit page. So the edit page views movies, edit page. Okay, so we're just going to have. I'm just going to put in director actually.
I don't know how are we going to switch roles.
Well, we'll do it in a minute, okay? And we'll have to, if we can't get the Cloud9 to do it, you're going to have to tell me what to do, and I'll type it for you. So I'll pretend to be the keyboard, so to speak.
Okay.
Okay. Right. Okay. So I think that's a good stopping point. Okay. So I'll explain to the peer markers what's going to happen now. So Christian, for some reason, is unable to type directly into my Cloud9 space, even though you can see he's sharing here, but for some reason he can't type it. So there's a problem with Cloud9. So I'm going to be, Christian will be driving, but I will have to type for him, okay? So Christian, over to you. You tell me what to do.
Okay, so it says when I follow find movies with same director, unable to find link find movies with same director.
Actually, perhaps we should go deal with this first scenario first, okay?
Okay, with the right.
Yeah. So so here scenario add director to existing movie. When I go to the edit page and I press update, then the director should be Ridley Scott. So we should perhaps deal with that bit first.
Okay, so we have to create a new step that says the director of Alien should be Ridley Scott.
Yeah.
So let's go to movies.
Okay.
Movie steps.
Movie steps, which is here.
And add the new step.
Okay, so what do I type?
You should type then the director.
Then
The director of parentheses.
Yeah. So
the columns. Double quotes. And inside that, parentheses.
yeah.
I like to do it without the brackets.
Sorry?
You do with the brackets. I just type dot and an asterisk.
Oh, okay. So you want, okay, like that. Oh, you don't want the parentheses, so like that, yeah?
I don't want the brackets, but I want parentheses.
So I'm confused. By parentheses, do you mean square brackets?
No, the round ones.
Oh, round brackets. I beg your pardon. Yeah. Okay. So like that.
Correct.
Okay.
That asterisk close.
Yeah. So.
Okay. So we're good. Says then the director of something should be.
Yeah.
Should without the capital S. Should be.
Yeah.
And again, double quotes.
And the same thing.
The same thing.
Yeah.
We're missing the backslash.
Okay. So like the slashes around the whole thing.
Correct. The slash at the beginning and at the end.
Yep.
Okay. Think for a moment. We should start the block.
So you want do, yeah?
Do.
Yeah.
As before, we should take title and director inside pipe.
Okay, so you want to say something like title.
After that, I like to capture that, and you just use the numbers, but I like to give it variable names.
Yeah, so like that. Title equals $1, title director equals $2, yes?
Yes, but you can do it after the do.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you could do that. That's interesting. So we say, so you say like title, director.
Exactly.
Ah, okay. I didn't know you could do that. That's nice.
So now we should find a movie.
Okay.
That matches that title.
Okay.
So at movie,
at movie or just
at
movie?
movie.
At movie. Does it have to be? Does it have to be at movie?
No, I think it doesn't matter. It could be just movie.
Okay, so we'll just do movie because it's
movie equals movie class dot find by title and send title as a parameter.
Mm-hmm.
So I think with that we capture the movie. So we should do some expect.
Mm-hmm.
Expect movie director to space equal AQ and director.
Okay.
As a parameter.
Okay, as a parameter. Yeah, I think because of the way Ruby doesn't, you can either write it like that with the brackets or without the brackets. I think.
Yes, that's correct.
And I suspect you can even write it like that. I don't know. And I think you could also write it like that. So it sort of depends on your taste how you write it, you know.
Yes.
But this seems to be the sort of syntax that people use. So you want it with the brackets, yeah?
Yeah, let's leave it that way. See if it works. Let's run Cucumber.
Okay, so we've basically added something to do. Then the director of Alien should be Ridley Scott. Okay, so we've defined that step. So hopefully this will fix this first scenario. So let's see what happens. Ah, good. Okay, so we've passed the first scenario. That's great. Okay. So perhaps we should go back and have a look at what the problem says we're supposed to be doing at this point.
We haven't done any commits. Do you think it's okay if we do a commit?
Yeah, we can do a commit. So git minus a minus m. Oh, no, I always forget that. Git commit. So this is part 2
1 complete.
Scenario 1 complete. Okay, so we've done that.
Okay.
So then it says, okay, so we've basically done that part now, I think.
Yes, the first scenario.
Right. So now it says this, okay, so the second scenario lets you click a new link on the movie details page, find movies with same director, and shows all the movies that share the same director as the displayed movie. For this, you'll have to modify the existing show movie view, and you'll have to add a root, a view, and a controller method for find with same director. Okay, and then it says going 1 cucumber a step at a time, use RSpec to controller and model specs to drive the creation of the new controller and model methods. Okay, so this is where I think we have to start writing some RSpec.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's get the first feature passing. What does it say? When I follow, find movies with same director.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you need to add a root and a view and a controller method for that.
Okay. What do you say if we first add the path to the feature to get this one passing? Or do you like to directly create the root?
I think we're going to have to. I think we're going to have to create the root before we can get any of it working. I mean, I think it says we have to make a RESTful route for find similar movies. So I think that's maybe the first thing we need to do there.
So we're going to go to config and open roots.rb.
Config roots.rb. Okay.
I think in the second line we can add something like post.
Do you think it should be post?
I
Or
think it should be post because
well,
what do you say?
I think it should be get, because it post you use when you're performing an action that's going to change the state. If you're following the idea of it being RESTful, then you should be using get, I think. So get is for getting information, post is for changing information. Here we're getting information. We're viewing something. So it's a read-only operation. So I think it should be get.
Okay, let's do a get.
Okay, so get.
And should be quotes.
Yeah.
Slash movies.
Sorry?
Slash movies. Slash the name of the new method.
Right, so what do you want to call it?
Something like find with same director or something shorter if you like.
Okay, same director. Yeah.
And that should be it, I think. What do you say?
Yeah, I think that might be enough. We can see. Don't we have to specify a movie ID or something?
Not necessary. I think that what we have to do is pass the name of the director as an argument to the method.
Well, yes, okay, but there's some sort of argument, isn't there? Perhaps we should look at this. This is a Rails routing guide, which is going to. Yeah. Do you think we need to have a sort of a get ID, a sort of ID in there or something, so that we can match on that?
Yes, but instead of the ID, we should put director, or what do you say?
Well, that's a good question, because when I was doing this myself, I spent a lot of time playing around with this, and I eventually decided that what it should be is it's actually, you see, if you look here, it says it wants a model method that to find movies whose director matches that of the current movie. Okay. So I think what it wants is a movie ID here rather than a director ID. You could sort of do it either way, but I think the way it comes out, the way the problem is specified, I think it works better if you use a movie ID.
That's a good idea. With the ID, we can extract the name of the director and go that way.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think we have to say /colon ID. Yeah.
Okay.
Right, so that gives us the root. Okay. Now, what else do we need to do? It says we need a root, and where are we? We need a root, we need a view, and we need we need a root, we need a controller method, and we need a view. So maybe we should put in the controller method and the view, and then we can start worrying about the unit tests and things.
Okay, let's create an empty view. What do you say?
Okay, right. So this is
this is movies.
Yeah. So we'll make a new
create a new file.
New file, and this has to be called
same director.
Yeah, same director dot html.haml. Yeah. Okay. So that's same director, and we also need to make a new controller method.
New controller method. So we're going to go to controllers, movies controller.
Yeah.
And def same director.
Yeah, same director. End. Oops, no, I was being stupid. Right. Okay. And okay. So
we can run Cucumber to see what it says.
It will probably still complain about this, I think, because we.
Okay, we haven't done the movie step.
Actually, well, no, maybe it won't. it wants us to say find movies with same. We need to put something on the view, don't we? So
Not necessarily. We think we can add the root and then work on the view.
well, yes, but it's okay. Well, we'll run Cucumber and we'll see what happens. Okay, but I think
Okay.
it's going to fail in the same place because I think it's saying it's looking. Basically, it says when I'm on the details page, when I follow that, you know, yeah, it's failing here. But we don't have to work on the Cucumber things at this stage. We could instead work on the RSpec. So we could go either way. Which would you want to go?
Okay, let's go your way. Let's do the RSpec first.
Well, I think we might as well get it past this red thing, okay? Because there's something missing here. It's saying unable to find the link. So we need to have a link on the details page that says find movies with same director. In fact, I think it's not a link. I think it's a button.
It could be a link. Could be a button.
That's an interesting question. Yes, I think you're right. I think follow a link, isn't it? Yeah, it's a link. It has to be a link. So the details page is this one.
Yes, and after the edit is fine for you.
So we want to add another link that says find movies with same director. Okay, so
okay.
So presumably it should be a bit like that edit line, but a bit different. Yeah?
Yes. Link to find movies with same director.
Okay, find movies with same director. Now what should it say?
I think 15 minutes have passed.
Yeah, well, let's just finish this off. We need to put a path in there. So what should the path be?
The path is the new path we just created.
So that's same director, isn't it?
Same director path.
Yeah. Okay, let's see how that goes.
And we should pass the ID, just the ID.
Yeah, there it is at movie. It's getting passed through, I think. Yeah.
I'm confused there. It doesn't matter that it passes the whole object.
That's a good. Ooh. Okay, what's it called? Well, anyway, hang on a minute. It's one thing at a time. That's a good question, actually. I think what it passes is a hash, and then it takes what it wants from the hash. But I'm not sure how it works, because what it's going to pass here is it's going to pass in something like ID:1, title : aliens, comma ... And I'm guessing that these paths, it will match on, because the path says, I think, so I'm guessing that what happens is, because the path has got an ID in it, because it's got ID in it, it will match on ID, so it will pull ID out of the hash. You see what I mean?
I didn't know that.
I'm guessing. I don't know if that's right, but I think that's sort of plausible. So if we for example, if we said : title, it would have pulled title out as well. In fact, we could possibly test that, but let's just see what happens here, because it's giving the rather horrible error message. So I'm okay. I'm going to take over at this point. It's my turn to drive, isn't it? Yes.
Yes, it's your turn.
Okay.
So we're switching.
So now I'm typing for me, and you're telling me what to do. You're kind of doing the navigating thing where you help me when I'm not sure what to do, and you comment on what I'm doing.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So we're switching roles. Okay. So something bad is happening, and I'm not sure what it is. Missing controller key on roots definition.
We need to add a root in the features.
Please check your roots.
In the path.
Yeah, so there's something wrong about this. Perhaps we need to look at the syntax. Do we need? Perhaps do we need a key or something? What is it saying is missing there? Controller key, missing controller key. Okay, perhaps we just have to tell it that it's got. Get that, comma, to that. Okay, well, maybe shall we just put in comma to dash movies slash. That's all it wants, do you think?
I'm not sure.
That's the thing that specifies the controller. So it's saying the controller key is missing, so please check your roots. We can try this, see if this helps anyway.
Okay.
Perhaps if that doesn't work, perhaps you could try Googling for that error message, missing controller key on roots definition. Okay. Okay, movies. Okay, it doesn't. Defining a root where.
Without an action is deprecated.
Deprecation warning. Defining a root where 2 is a controller without an action is deprecated. Please change. It wants us to say. Okay, it says we should put controller in there. Oh, that's what it's saying. Yes, it's saying, because here it's saying there isn't a key it's saying there's no missing controller key. In other words, we've specified a method, but we haven't said what the controller is for that method. So that's what it's complaining about. And actually, I think we're, yeah, I think we're sort of here. We should be doing something with this anyway. Well, I'm not sure. Anyway, okay. Let's see if that helps. Nope, still not right. Movie. Nope, yeah. Rake aborted argument. Movies same director is not a supported controller name. This can lead to potential routing problems. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think we perhaps need to look at the non-resourceful methods. Get this to that as something. I wonder if we should use this match syntax. Maybe that would work a bit better. That was what they were saying. It says in the specification we should use match. It says.
What is the action for that URI?
So the action is, it should be, hang on. The action is same director. So, which is what we've put in there. I'm going to try and use a slightly different syntax in case it helps. So,
why don't you put in the definition the parameter ID, so it knows if it's going to receive an ID?
It's yes, no, but that's not what the. I don't think that's what the problem is. So match same director. Perhaps you just have to say something like. Do you think something like that, or do you think it should perhaps be /movies/same director, and we want the ID in there? So match movies/same director/ID to the same director method of the movies controller. Yeah, that's the syntax for that.
Yes, but I don't know. It's basically the same thing we did before.
Well, I don't think we had the hash before. That might be what the problem is. I can go back and see what we had before. There's a lot of typing here. Should have kept the other one in so we could see. Go on. Yes, we didn't have the hash in. I think that was the problem, possibly.
Okay, let's try it.
So if I put in I think it should be a 2, because I think it so get/movie/same director :ID goes to movie/same director. I think it was just the hash that was the problem, I think. But we'll see. There's some interesting noises in the background. Are you making coffee or something?
No, it's just the house next door is going through some remodelation. So.
Okay. /movies is not a supported controller. It really doesn't like this, does it?
No, but
see this specifying a controller to use. Open in preview. So controller lets you specify a controller, but that's not really what we need to be doing here. I still think we should maybe use this match syntax perhaps. So it says match get to as match this to that via that. Okay, I'm going to try that. Match this to that via that. Okay. Oh. Hold on, what was it? Via colon. I'm using double quotes. Maybe they should be single quotes, but I'll see if that works. Nope, it still doesn't like it. /movies is not a supported controller. Ah, no slash. That's a problem, I think. The controller is called movies.
Movies controller.
We mix it. I hope. Yeah. Woo! That's a relief. Yes. So the problem was there were two problems. One was that we were mixing up URI syntax with controller method syntax. So if it's a URI, it starts with a slash, and if it's a controller name, it doesn't start with a slash, and the controller method is separated by a hash rather than a slash. So that's the URI /movies/same director /:ID, and that's the controller name movies and the controller method, which is same director, and there's a hash in between. So that's what the problem is, and there's the method there, get such movie ID format movie / same director, and we haven't given it a key, but I think we could say same director. If we do that, that didn't work too well. Oh dear. Oh, it's because it's. I think I need to give it a quote or something, do I? Oh, it's as. Yeah, no, I have to put a quote in. I have to turn it into a symbol. Like that. Yeah. So the reason, that's better. So the difference that made, adding that extra bit there, means that we've now got a way of referring to that path. So we can say same director path, okay, and it will do that. Yeah. So we've just given a name to that particular route that we've added.
Perfect.
Okay. Woof. That was hard work. shouldn't have been that difficult, I'm sure. Okay. I'm going to do cucumber, and then I think we're going to have to. It'll be time to switch over again, won't it?
Let's see. We started at 11:51. No, you have some couple of minutes.
I still have a couple of minutes. Okay. Okay, good. Right. Okay. So the first problem is then I should be on the similar movies pages for Star Wars. Okay, so I need to add that to here, don't I? So and then this is where that same director path thing comes in handy. Same director path. Okay. Yeah. I don't think we need those .ids on the same principle of matching it. So let's just see. Well, okay. We'll leave them in for the moment and see, and then I might take them out and see what happens. Okay. So
let's click on the new one.
Yeah. So I'll. Okay. Well, we. Yeah.
Okay. And I should see.
Then I should be on this. So we've got that one working, and I should see this. Then I should be on the home page. That's interesting because when I follow find movies, then I should be on the home. But okay, but we're not on the home page. We're on same director 3. Yeah. Okay.
That's a different scenario.
That's a different problem. It's a different scenario. So. Okay, I think we've made a bit of progress there. Now I'm just going to test if my theory is right, and we can miss out all of these .ids. We'll save typing them if we can. So let's try this. Yeah. Okay. So we don't need the .id there. We can just say movie find by title because that gives us a hash, and then it'll pull out what we need. Okay. So Christian, it's your turn now. So the same thing as before for the peer markers. Christian's going to tell me what to type, and I will be his keyboard. Okay?
Okay. So, what do you say? We keep working on the cucumber scenario, or we create the RSpec?
I think it's time to do some RSpec now. I think we need to write some. What we have to do now is we have to develop the controller method and write some unit tests for it.
Okay, so I guess we have to create the RSpec file.
Do you know where we create it?
Okay, let's go to the spec folder.
Yeah.
Let's create a new folder called controllers.
Okay.
And let's create a file named movies controller spec. I think it has to be plural, movies.
Oh, okay, movies controller. Yeah, okay.
Movies controller spec.rb.
Yeah. Let's close down some of these other things so that we don't have to look at them. Right.
Okay, so what they say is it always has to start with require spec helper.
Yeah, so we need that.
And we should start with the describe. Quotes movies controller. Do. And after that, we have to say we're working on the method we created, describe same director, I think we named it.
Do we say describe, or do we say describe scenario or something like that?
No, I think we have to specify that we're working on the method. Describe same director. Do.
Yeah.
And now we are going to tell it what it's supposed to do.
Okay.
So we start with it. I guess it's quotes.
Yeah.
What do you say? Something like should call the model method that searches for movies with same director.
Okay, it should call the model method searches for movies with the same director. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. What if we follow the principle of just stating what the tests are first without actually writing any code for the test? What other things should it do?
I guess we can run the spec to see what it does, and it's expected to fail or depending.
Okay. Well, shall we just run that and see what happens? Yeah.
Okay. Mouse controller in line 3 on define method.
Is it? Do you think it's describe or is it define? Which is the syntax? I think I
describe it without the capital.
I have a hang on. I have some slides from
the class.
Yeah. So this is another example. Game planting. So let's see what this does.
The thing I noticed is that we have described with the capital D, and they use.
Oh no, sorry, I've got the wrong. That's the wrong thing. I'm looking for the.
Move ahead.
I'm just looking for some syntax so that we can get the syntax right.
Okay.
So Is it maybe this one? Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Okay, you're right. So it's describe. It should do something. Yeah. Okay, so you're right. It has to be a small d. That's probably what the problem is. Yeah. So describe movies controller, describe this, it should do this. Right. Okay. So,
We're working
actually,
in movies
no,
controller.
this is the one we're working on. Yeah. Sorry. Okay, let's try that. Yeah, in fact, it's telling us exactly what's wrong there. Stupid, should have paid attention. Right, okay. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, movies control the same director should call the model method that searches for movies with the same director. Yeah. Okay, so that's one of the things it should do. What other things should it do? Or do you want to write that unit test first?
As you want.
Well, you're in control, so you decide.
Okay, let's put let's follow the same path the class did. So right under that, it should select defined with same director template, or how did we call it? Same director?
Well, there were three things it should do, wasn't it? It should. I mean, we can go back to the lecture slides if you like, but for memory,
Okay,
it should
let's
call
go.
it should call the model method. It should redirect to the view, and it should assign a variable. It should select the same
director template.
Yeah, the same director template,
And under that, it should make the movies found available to that template.
Yeah, it should. Okay, so those are the three things. Those are the three things it should do, and to be on the safe side, we will.
Okay, so start writing the first.
That's it. Oh, I haven't saved it. Yeah, I'm going to run it again. Sorry. Okay, so I just want to make sure we've not got any silly syntax errors in there. I don't think we have. So I'm just running RSpec again.
Okay.
Right.
Let's run it. Let's run it to see the tree pending.
No, it's not. It won't. It's not being very helpful. It's only telling us that one of them is wrong. Actually, I think you have to do this RSpec minus FB, and then it tells you. Oh, that didn't work. Is it RSpec minus FD?
What they do is they put a full path: RSpec, spec, controllers, movie controllers, picture.
This is to do with. It's not. Something strange there. I don't understand. Anyway, it only thinks there's one test there, not three tests for some strange reason. Okay. Unless. Try one more time. That's better. Yeah, I think it was just I hadn't saved the file or something stupid like that. Okay. So we've got same director should call the model method. It should select the same director template. It should make the list of movies available to template. Okay. So start writing.
Okay, yep. Let's work with the first one.
Yeah.
Let's open the do.
Yeah. It should call. So what does it do?
Should call the model method. So we need to call the model method. How do we call it? With a post or with a get? I don't know.
So we can call it whatever we like, the method. We haven't given it a name yet.
We haven't given it a name. We haven't created it.
We haven't, yes, we haven't created it. That's right. So
created.
So no, it's not in there. It's not in control. It's in
models?
models. Yeah. So
find by director, I don't know.
Okay, you want to call it find by director. Okay.
Okay.
And is it like that, do you think?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a class method.
Yeah. Should it take an argument, though?
It should take an argument. It should take the ID of the movie, okay?
Well, that's a... I would expect a method called find by director to take a director as an argument.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're right.
It depends how you write it, but so we'll do it like that. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So back to these unit tests. So we want to say it should call that method movie.find by director.
Okay.
So how do we do that? Can you remember the syntax? Actually, I'm supposed to be the one who helps you here, aren't I? So I think we say something like expect. We say expect. Hold on. What do we say? We have to do it with a theme, don't we? So I'm going to go and have a look at the lecture slides. Okay, so we say should receive. That's the syntax I think we have to use. So expectation says controller should call movie find in TMDB. So let's call it. So we have to use. So the syntax we have to use looks. Oh, no, hang on. That's not right. Sorry, we're getting some happy music here. We don't want that. Go away. That's the actual calling of the method, but it's how do we get the expectation that it calls the method? Can you remember the syntax?
No, I'm not sure what do we have to do.
Oh, that's it. Movie should receive. Okay, so it's movie should receive. Okay.
Movie should receive the name of the method.
Oh, excuse me a minute. Hang on. Okay, hi. Sorry about that. Okay, we'll go back to here. So the syntax we found was
movie should receive.
Yeah, movie should receive that. Yeah, so it should be
movie that should receive.
Yeah.
The name of the method.
So the name of the method is
Find by director.
Yeah, find by director. Yeah.
With the name of the argument.
Well, we need to decide what the argument should be. Perhaps we should just say it calls it and not worry too much at this stage.
Okay, and see if it works.
Is that okay, so that's what we expect to happen. but we actually have to trigger something that will make that happen, don't we?
Okay, so we have to do a pause.
Yeah. No, a get, I think.
I keep getting confused with the get and the pause.
Yeah, no, it's to do with this RESTful thing, okay? So get is where you just you get some kind of data, you get some view of some data, and post is where you update a form. You post some values into a form. We're not posting values into a form here. We're simply fetching a page and displaying the result.
Okay. So get find by director.
It should be /movies and by director, isn't it? I think. Do you think that's okay?
Yes, but in the class lectures they use a symbol. They didn't put the path. I think it's I don't know.
Oh, did they use the like that?
That's the way they did it. I think it's equivalent.
Okay, let's do that. So we run that and see what happens.
Yes, because we're not passing the argument yet.
Yes, we need to. We should. Well, let's see what happens anyway. Okay, it says movie should receive find by director undefined local
variable method. Did we save the file?
Yes, I think it is. Find by director. Movie should receive find by director. Should that be in quotes or anything, do you think? Oh yeah, that should be a symbol. Yeah, it should be a symbol. And then we have to pass an, oh yeah, and it looks, yeah. Okay, so we should be using a symbol there. That's better, I think. Okay, so it says should call the model method that searches for movies with the same director. It failed. Okay, and the reason it failed was because get find by director controller is nil.
Make sure you set it in your test setup method.
But why would the controller be? And then it gives us a deprecation warning as well. Now I know how to make the deprecation warning go away, but I think this should be
expect.
Yeah, I think this should be expect movie to. Yeah, so something like that.
Yes. I think it's time we switch. Do you think?
Yes. Okay. Let's switch around again. Okay. So it says get find by director controller is nil. I have a feeling that it's is it called? I don't think it's where we need to find the roots and see what we define the method as. So this is Robert now. Where's the roots thing? It's in config, isn't? Oh, maybe actually I'm just going to do rate roots again. Same direct. Oh, it's called same director. Yeah, so it's called same director. So if we go here, it still doesn't like that. Should call. But I think one reason it might be wrong is because we haven't specified an ID here. So let's just put in an ID here, and
Okay.
so I'm going to say let's say Star Wars, because the ID can be anything. Okay.
Or just the number 1?
It could be 1. But I prefer to give it a name. It doesn't really matter. I think you're right. It is a number, really. Get same director. Controller is nil. Make sure you set it up in your test setup method. I think we're going to have to Google for this one because I don't know what's causing that. Do you have any ideas?
I don't know if it has to do. No. Let's Google it.
Yeah. That one, that's something else. Need that. Okay, so here are some suggestions. So we'll try. When you inherit from action controller test case, it infers the controller name from the test name. If they do not match, you have to use the setup part of the test to set it. Okay, so if you say posts controller, then it gets set to be posts controller. Right, I think it's to do with the name.
The name of the controller.
Yeah, it's to do, you said describe some controller.
They do it without the quotes.
I think the problem is that it's probably is. I think we have to go back to it's called movies underbar controller, isn't it? I think that's the problem. The name doesn't match. It is movies controller.
No, it's movies controller.
It is movies controller.
But on the example, it didn't have the quotes.
Where? Sorry, in here. So
yes, look at the describe. Describes some controller.
Oh, I see. Yes, without the quotes. Yes. Describe movies controller. Do. Okay, that might do it. That's much better. Should call the model method failed. Failure error. Expect movie to receive find by director. Movie. Blah, 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 blah. Expected 1 time with any arguments. Received no times with any arguments. Okay. Yeah. So it says.
Expect movie to receive with the argument.
It says expect movie to receive that. It expected it to be called 1 time and it wasn't called at all. Yeah, okay, that's right. It's saying it wasn't called at all because we didn't call it. Okay. So we should say find by director, and then I think it will be all right. Hopefully. Ah, okay, yeah, undefined local variable because it should be movie.find by director.
Exactly.
By the way, I'm going to have to stop in quite soon, but if we can at least get through a couple of these tests, I think we'll have made some progress. Is that okay?
That's perfect, Tony.
Yeah, okay. I think we'll have done a bit. Okay, so where are we? Ah, wrong number of arguments, expected one, got nothing. Okay, so we will say, okay, well, why don't we? Okay, let's just put in some argument like George Lucas. I'll keep it happy.
Or a number because it's an ID or Param's ID.
It's supposed to be a director, isn't it? At this
but
point, it's supposed to be a director.
You're correct.
What gets past it? What we haven't got is this kind of stuff, because what it should actually be is ID equals params ID, movie equals movie.find ID, director equals movie.director, movie.find by director. But we're doing it a little bit at a time. Yes.
Yes.
I mean, we could write some more of it, but we can see anyway. Okay. So what happened there? Okay, so it got through the first one, so it did definitely call it. So now the second one is it should select the same director template. So I have a feeling that to do this one, do we say expect response? Is that how you do this?
Yes.
To and is it, what's the syntax? Is it select
Response to be or something?
Response to, oh yeah, it's render template. It's
render.
Yeah. Expect response to render template, and then the template is
same director.
Is going to be same director. I think I think that's right. And then we probably need this thing we just need this thing as well. What's gone wrong there? So it's saying that it's rendering it with nothing. Doesn't seem quite right. Same director should select the same director template. So I think that's
the template is empty, or have we written something?
Well, I think we've written something, and as far as I know, we've given it a sensible name. So we've got same director html.haml,
Right.
and I'm not quite sure. I don't know whether there should be same director or same director.foo, or I wonder if we're supposed to put in a colon or something there, or I don't know. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a symbol or not.
I think it works both ways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Or it doesn't work both ways, as the case might be. So it's I think we need to go away. Let's try it. Let's try another. Let's try another thing. Rendering with slash. For some reason, it's just frozen on me. What's going on? Spinning pizza of death. I've got so many windows open in this browser. It's a bit slow. Okay, I think you need to add. Okay, so there's a couple of helpful suggestions here. I did mean that. That was that one. I think you need to add render views to the spec. Our spec renders nothing by default. That is why you get expecting new but rendering with that. Okay, that's not the. Oh, have I got it? I know what it is. I've got it in the wrong order, because we have to do the thing first and then we expect the response, so that we need to test it here, don't we? That's what it should be. That's stupid. So okay, try that. That's what it will be, I think. Good, we got through 2. Okay, and now the final one says it should make the list of movies available to the template. So I'll just see if we can get this working, and then we'll stop if that's okay with you.
That's okay with me. I've learned a lot.
Yeah, good. I'm glad you found it useful. So it should make the thing. So we do the same. Do the same thing, and I think we're going to say expect. We want it to assign something. Oh yeah, expect.
I don't know if we can say expect at movies.
Yeah, so I think the syntax is we say expect assigns some value to some. Okay, yeah. Expect assigns movies to equal, and then we have to give it some results. So it wants some. So we're going to we can say something like. So we can say. I think we say.
That's where you will use a factory?
No, I'm not using a factory here. I'm just using a stub, a mock, I think. Maybe that should be an @ sign. Okay, so that says it doesn't syntax error. Oh yes, there's a missing. Wait a minute. It should do this. It should do that. It should do the other.
Expect the signs.
I don't understand why. Where? Oh yeah, that's it. Expect the signs dot. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if that does any better. Okay, it doesn't like that. No method. No method mark. I had this. I don't know if this fixes it, but I think you have to call them doubles. There seems to be some compatibility issue. Maybe I'll try that. See if that helps. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So there's been some change which I don't understand. So but mock objects are kind of fake objects that stand in for the real objects, and I think they used to be called mocks or doubles or something like that. And nowadays they're only called doubles. They're not called mocks. So they've changed the API for RSpec. So the lecture notes are actually slightly out of date. Because in the lectures he uses mock, but in fact double is what you have to do. So this is saying anyway it hasn't worked because we have an undefined nil. Movies is nil, so we better give movies a value. So in fact, let's go into.
Should we add the movies?
Yes, it should be @ movies equals that, and that will probably still be null, but I suppose we could say. And this is quite in the spirit of it, but so it's double, isn't it? We'll return a couple of fake movies. See if we can get it to pass this test. Okay, it doesn't know that, probably because we have to say require or something. Oh God. Okay, I'm movie.new. Try this. Okay.
Yes.
That might behave a little bit better. Undefined method greater than equal for R spec. Expector signs. Okay, it's saying it. It's probably saying it can't. It's probably saying it can't compare. It doesn't know how to compare the. That looks to me like it's complaining it doesn't know how to. If I return
Compare the
real movie
mock
objects
with the real movie.
Yeah, if I return a real movie, it doesn't know how to do the equality thing. That would be my guess. I wonder if I could just say object.new and maybe I get the same error, but perhaps if I just said object.new, it would. Okay, well that's a bit more promising.
Remove the title. Just object new.
It's saying movie same control should wrong number of.
Because object doesn't know how to add title.
Oh yeah, sorry. Object.new. Yes, it doesn't. Yeah, you're right. Okay, I'll just return. Okay, I'll just return 2 objects, and I won't worry about what the objects are. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yes. Okay, but it's saying it can't do the. It can't
The
do
object mock comparison.
I can't win, can I? Okay. Well, okay, but you can see where we're going with it anyway, I think.
Yes,
I think I'm going to have to stop at this point. So sorry, it's a bit inconclusive, but
no worries. I've learned a lot. Can you send me the link from the YouTube?
Well, you've been recording it, I think, haven't you? You started the video off.
I'm recording it, so I have to send the link to you.
Yeah, you send the link to me. Do you want to see if you can paste the link into the chat? So if you just stop it and then.
Okay, so I'm going to stop the recording.
Yep.